Hello guys, and now I am doing chapter 18, which is using while loops. So we used for loops before while we're doing the weather forecasting. Now let's try doing while loops to continue. Okay, the while loop will continue to perform this loop as long as the conditions are met. While loop will do the job until it's done. No questions asked. Yes. Okay. Okay, so this is how our lunch game is supposed to look at the end. Writing a while loop. Compared to for loops, while loops are pretty much simple. They only have one part, a Boolean expression that determines whether the loop will run and continue to run. Here's an example of a while loop. While the money is more than zero, buy things, save money, and pay taxes. This loop will execute three functions: buy things, save money, and pay taxes, as long as the value of the money available is greater than zero. The for loop has a final expression that changes the value of the counter. The while loop requires you to have an expression or expressions inside the loop that can change the results of its conditions. The three function calls we created inside the while loop are just made up names. If we actually write these functions, they would need to update the value of the money available so that the loop stops at some point, but of course this is one loop we hope doesn't stop. Okay, looping certain number of items. So now we have let I is 0 while I is greater than 500 is less than 500. Print I plus hello JavaScript I plus plus. As long as um, as long as I is less than 500, you print hello JavaScript. Notice the program in 18.1 contains all the same three parts of the parts that are for loop: initialization, condition, and final expression. But only the condition is inside the parenthesis. The initialization I is equals to 0 is before the while loop. Counting with a while. To create a loop that counts, you can just modify a variable inside, then pass through the loop and use the variable inside other statements in the loop. So let count equals to 10. Okay. While count is greater than 0, I let count minus, then I let blast off. Now this is counting down. Okay. Looping through an array with while. Looping through arrays with while is easier than it is with for. Okay, to loop through an array with a while, change the condition in the loop to test whether the array elements have been declared. Okay, let's see. Let people, because Deborah, Carla, Mary, and Susan. Let I is 0, while people I let people I. So while people is 0, I let people plus plus. So now you calling out the people: Deborah, Carla, Mary, Susan. Okay. The condition between the parentheses in a for loop or while loop is a Boolean expression, which means it evaluates to either true or false. When you use an array element such as people, okay, coding the lunch game. The lunch game is a unique combination of game of chance and game of math. The object of the game is to try to budget so that you have sandwiches for every day of the week. So now we're forking the code. I already have it. So writing buy lunches. Okay, I have it already, but I just wanna make sure if I don't have some mistakes here. Then buy specified number of sandwiches per day at a current prices. Okay. Okay, now this is in the buy lunches function, which is this, the reset form. Let's change the var to let. Okay. So now we have reset form, we have let day equals to 0. While the money is more than 0, day plus plus. Let price today equals to sandwich price. I just wanna quickly check on something. Oh yeah, sandwich price. They did the math dot random. They didn't do math dot flow, but it's fine. Create a loop that will buy sandwiches until you're out of money. So while the money is still more than 0, you can buy a sandwich. Get the number of sandwiches that the user entered into the form field. So number of sandwiches dot document dot get element by ID value. So now you're getting what the user entered. If money is a cost to total prices, money equals money minus total prices. Okay. Lunches plus plus. You can still buy the lunch. Let's see the receipt. Okay, here. So the receipt basically shows us how much is left, and let me see if you still have enough money to buy sandwiches. So if you don't have enough money, maybe your sister will give you some of a sandwich. Now it also tells you when you don't have enough money left. If the money is at 0, now we don't have money left. Okay. Now this is our lunch game. We want to see how it's gonna come out. So how many sandwiches do you want per day? I would have 2. Let me check what went wrong. Let me see on the JavaScript on what's happening with the money. Okay, let's see. I need to start afresh with this one and fix it again.